Hello everyone, welcome to Addy Trade. Today we're going to be seeing the Nifty and Banknifty levels for tomorrow, 10th March. Today was a good day. We kind of made money. Let's just see what happened in the past 2 days. Yesterday I could not make a video. See, this was our view. This was our view that there's a small gap over here from long time. That gap could get filled and we could reverse. And exactly this acted as a good support, 32,200, and we have reversed. And today in the opening we opened flat, and then the moment this kind of a trend line was broken, right, like this, it was more of like a flag and pole pattern. The moment this break came, we got a nice move on the upside. And in our Cosmo Feed group I had posted that though we had a lot of calls in the beginning, we had a lot of call sellers. I did post that if we break 33,000, because there was a strong support at 33,000, if we break 33,000 we could go down. If not, the 200 EMA and the previous day high should break on 5 minutes, and then probably we could go up. That's exactly what happened. If I just put on the CPR and go to the 5-minute chart, see the pink line, okay, obviously it's a little bit messy now, but the pink line is the 200 EMA. When that broke and the previous day high also broke, we got a nice move on the upside until the second target, that is R2. Now I'm just shifting back to the 15-minute chart. Now coming for the trade possibilities for tomorrow. We'll just see the global market, how it's doing. See, even the Dow Jones and the European markets have recovered nicely. Dow is around 640 points up, and the European market, Germany, is around 800 points up. It's only because of the kind of fall that we had. We had a nice big fall with huge gaps, and that's the reason we are recovering also pretty quickly. And SGX Nifty is showing a gap up of almost 140 points. So the US market is still open. We'll have to wait and see how it goes from here. Now before we see the levels for tomorrow, I just want to show this daily chart. This is the daily chart of Banknifty. See, it's not that just because we got two big candles, it's not that we are going to completely reverse on the upside. We're still not out of the woods. I'll tell you why. Now if we just consider the retracement, fib retracement from this recent high until this low, because we started reversing, for now we have just come until 23%. We can even go up to 33% or 50% and again fall down. So I'm not saying another fall will come again, a big fall, but this could just be a short up move and again some sell-off could come. There is a possibility for that. Let me just show you on an hourly chart. See, on an hourly time frame, this blue line is the 50 EMA. Because I have a lot of things added, that's why it's looking a little messy, but the blue line is 50 EMA. So until we cross 50 EMA on an hourly time frame, the trend is still not changed to completely bullish. So obviously intraday these moves we will trade for sure, but there is a possibility that if we come to this 50 EMA, we have to be a little careful. That is 34,200. We might see some kind of a reversal from here. If this breaks on the upper side, if on an hourly time frame we start trading above 50 EMA, then yeah, definitely probably we can consider the trend has changed. Now coming back to the 15-minute chart to see the trade possibilities for tomorrow, the diagram that we have, the lines that we have, support and resistance, will remain the same. Nothing much will change. We can just add one more support line over here, that's around 33,000, which is pretty far off. Now coming for the trade possibility for tomorrow, in case we get a gap up, right, we'll have to be careful at these points where this gap is getting filled, 34,300. There can be a quick reversal once this gap is filled with the gap up, and there can be a quick reversal until the previous day high or the next level of support that we have. So we'll have to see if this level, we'll have to be careful. There's a possibility of a reversal. If this breaks, then yeah, probably we might see 35,000, since it's almost like 700 points away, right? Obviously we'll make use of the CPR levels. See, we have, this is the R1, this is the R2 for tomorrow. And one more thing is this dotted line that you see on the 15 minutes dotted line is the weekly CPR, which we have not touched. So there's another possibility that we can come until 34,685 in this region and probably again take a turn because there's the weekly CPR either at this yellow dotted line or this purple dotted line, the pivot. We can come until here and probably again reverse, so we'll have to be careful at these points. And the daily CPR is here. So, and even the 200 EMA on the 15 minute is pretty close by to this gap fill. So these are the possibilities for tomorrow. In case we get a gap down, right, probably we can buy closer to this 20 EMA and the CPR if we get a nice rejection, nice bullish candle. If we hold the CPR again, there's a possibility of moving up in case we get a gap down. It doesn't look like we're getting a gap down. And on gap up, we'll have to be careful with this level. See, I'm not saying that careful in the sense it's not going to break out and go higher. Even that is possible. But if we see a nice rejection at these levels, right, let me just make the chart a little bigger just to get only the tomorrow levels. See, the levels we'll have to be careful is this 34,300 and then this CPR level of 34,600. So I'm not saying we can, like today we cannot break and go up. That is possible, but these are the levels where there's even a possibility of the market reversing on the downside. And if you break all these levels, then definitely, yeah, 35,000 is a possible target on the upside. And even if that breaks, if not tomorrow, day after tomorrow, if we continue this up more, the next solid resistance where we can probably dip a little is 35,800. And tomorrow we also have this election result, right? So we'll have to be a little careful. It could be volatile. See, probably the election factor is already factored in because of the exit polls and stuff. So in case we get a very huge gap up, there is a possibility of a reversal tomorrow. So we'll have to be careful. And in case we gap up and start falling, we can look to buy somewhere close to the previous day high. If it does not break, if it breaks, then yeah, we could slip until the CPR level of 33,600. So a lot depends on the price action, but we just have to keep the levels marked and see how it moves. Now, for example, for today, see, today this line I marked just now, right? We never had any line over here in the morning, but how we kind of like came to the conclusion of the trade is this kind of a flag pattern that was formed triangle and then breakout with this previous day high and 200 EMA on 5-minute chart. We got a nice up move. So we'll have to always keep the levels marked and improvise on the intraday moves for sure. We'll just look at the open interest in Banknifty. We have a pretty good resistance at 34,000. If we start trading above the previous day high, that is today's high, probably some short covering will come in this place, 34,000. And if not 34,000, the next resistance is 34,500. And there's a very good support at 33,500. I don't think we will break 33,500 tomorrow because a lot of calls have exited. Call sellers have exited. It's only the put sellers that have come in. At the bottom, you can see the change in OI. So 33,000 is a good support for sure. And just looking at the Nifty chart for tomorrow, even Nifty was a little more bullish than Bank Nifty from the beginning. Bank Nifty was a little sideways, giving us this flag pattern. See, Bank Nifty was a little sideways in the morning, giving us this flag pattern, but Nifty was pretty bullish. This was our one target. We have missed that by a few points. So if Nifty gaps up and holds this level, right, 16,448, probably definitely we can see this level of 16,640. And in case we break this level of 16,200, the next support is coming in. We can probably keep a nice support over here at 16,100. And just looking at the open interest in Nifty, see there's a little bit of resistance at 16,500 and some resistance above that. Good support is coming in at 16,300. A lot of put sellers have come in even today. If you see, where is 16,300? Okay, we have just closed around 16,345, but 16,300 is also showing some support. We'll just see where the tomorrow CPR is. See, the tomorrow CPR is exactly at 16,300. So in case we get some intraday dip and get a nice bullish candle like how we got today, this type of a long hammer with a long wick, probably 16,300 is a good place to buy, with 440 and 500 as the targets. Yeah, if 16,300 breaks, then the next support is 200. Nifty is looking a little sideways based on the open interest. This is the maximum open interest, 17,000, that's for sure. So that's it for tomorrow, the analysis for Nifty and Banknifty. Hope tomorrow is also a good day. If anybody wants to join our CosmoFeed group, it's completely free for now. The link will be in the description of this video. You can join. What I do over here is I don't give the calls like buy or sell. It's more of just giving out the technical analysis. So if somebody wants to learn and trade, that's a good place. And thank you for watching.